So in today's video, I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different and share my initial impressions on many of the N64 ROMs that of course come as part of the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, which is highly controversial and rightfully so. And I want to share my initial impressions around a lot of the talk that is happening online with things like input delay and graphical glitches, and see if we can encounter any of those as I give my first impressions on booting up a lot of these classic games that I actually have not been able to do yet. And I've really been holding out to hope to get the N64 NSO controller in the mail first, but it has unfortunately been delayed from UPS due to some weather issues. So I'm going to go ahead and do it with the Pro controller anyway, and that way we can talk through some of the button mapping mechanics as well, and how the C stick works with this right analog and things like that. So I am excited to share my first initial impressions with you guys in today's video. What's up, Nation? If it's your first time on the channel, make sure you join Sunbro Nation by subscribing below, hit the like button on this video if you enjoy it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. Now, with that out of the way, guys, I do want to dive straight into the N64 online app, which of course has a bunch of people talking online, and you may have seen some gameplay and impression videos out there so far. I really did want to do this with the N64 controller, but it's okay because that way we will at least be able to talk through how some of these button mapping controls work. And you know what, let's go ahead and start up. What do we want to start off with? Let's not do Mario 64. We just played that as part of the expansion pack. I'll go ahead and start it off with Mario Kart. Now, I haven't, like I said, been able to really have time to play through this as much as I wanted to, and the big game that I'm more excited to play than anything else, Ocarina of Time, is actually the one that I want to wait until I get that N64 controller in the mail. So in the meantime, though, let's see how this game feels and works with just a traditional Pro controller layout. Let's just do a one-player game here. I will go ahead and, oh, hang on. We will go ahead and do, let's do 150cc. I don't know. That's probably not going to be good for me versus the characters because I have not played this game in years, but it's all right. We're gonna adapt and see what happens. So we'll play the Flower Cup. Oh, I love Toad's Turnpike. This is definitely a throwback stage right here. All right, so I'm assuming, is it B is go? Oh, dear God, what's going on here? Yeah, no, A is go. A is go. Okay, of course it is. It was oh, wow. See, like, okay, I don't know if you guys watched the video where I was talking about some of my overviews of this game, but my memory is correct because you turn on a dime. It's like you're constantly sliding. What is it telling me here? Check your button mapping with X. Oh, on the suspend menu. How do I get to the suspend menu? Let's see here. I would assume this, and then press X. Okay, yeah, okay, I've seen this numerous times. Yeah, those C buttons, though, are worthless, but a lot of people didn't realize this. I might as well say this right now while the graphic is pulled up, that, that line that shows the C button to the analog stick, a lot of people thought that you couldn't do the C right and C down without holding the ZR button. That's definitely what I thought when I first saw this, but it turns out that it is mapped to the right analog stick. So that's at least something that's helpful, but let's get back to the game here. And of course we have the ability to create save points and all of that. And it looks good. This is the one thing that I'm going to say. So if you guys watched one of the news videos that we talked about a comparison with these ROMs versus the Wii U ROMs, I'm playing this on an LG CX 48-inch OLED that's here in the game room, and the colors look incredible. Like, they actually, this does not look, if I plugged in an N64 through an HDMI adapter, I'm not getting this kind of color pop, like, I guarantee it. And definitely the detail is there. Like, that part's not a problem. Now, I do recognize the fact that there is no smoke off in the, isn't that kind of crazy that in, like, what was I, 4th place, I just got lightning? Like, that doesn't happen in newer Mario Karts. There's definitely a lack rather of any kind of fog or smoke, which a lot of people are complaining about, which, I mean, I guess I understand, but it kind of looks crisp. Now, I know that that's not just the big talking point. Like, if I were to go online, which maybe I can do here in a second, actually, and see if I experience any lag, that's definitely one of the problems with just how Nintendo does their online service, because, when you're doing peer-to-peer connections, and MVG does a great video explaining this, but you have to be perfectly in sync with the other players. So essentially, if anybody has a connection that's even lagging just a little bit, you're gonna have to pay that price. Oh, I thought that was gonna be the final, this is the final lap. So you're gonna pay the price for that. So it's essentially it's gonna try to micro pause your game to keep you in sync with everybody else, which is where all of the lag issues really stem from, especially on games that are, you pinpoint precision that you need to have available, like Smash Bros, for example. Like, you're gonna be lagging out when you thought you did a button command, it might actually pause it right before you did, and that's where a lot of these issues stem from. So I do hope, come on, let's see if I can throw this directly behind me. Nope, of course I would turn first. All right, if I can at least come in first here, my first track. Nope, that's gonna mess me up. Let's see if I can get another item block and make a comeback here, but it's not looking too great. But I definitely understand the complaints out there. I will just say one thing that I'm really glad, I really needed that item back there. I'm really glad that we did not get, like the Wii U ROMs, are of course, oh dear God, the truck. Oh, right at the end. Oh, wow, that was, I just got screwed. But that's Mario Kart for you. Yeah, that's one thing that I do say is a positive about this game, is the way that the colors pop, as opposed to us just being like having everything downgraded, which I know is for accessibility for, people that suffer from epilepsy and things like that. So I definitely understand that. But I think what Nintendo did this time is tone down bright flashes in themselves in the emulation, as opposed to throwing that dark filter over the entire ROM, which you don't want. I mean, at least I don't want that. So the game looks great. Let's see here. I believe I'm gonna have to go to, do I reset the game? How do I get online here? We'll figure this out together. Game selection. Oh yeah, here we go. So we go to game selection, then play online. Let's just see if we can find somebody random to connect with to play Mario Kart. Oh, you can only play with friends. Is that the deal? This is hilarious. Look at this. Look at this ad real quick, guys. I give Nintendo crap all the time for their voice chat, but you can literally do a QR code and download your phone app, so that way you can talk to your friends through the phone, even though you're playing on your console. It makes perfect sense, right? So I think because I don't have anybody online here, I don't think we're going to be able to do the online test, but that's all right. You guys have seen plenty of videos, I'm sure, of those. So let's hop into something else. Mario Tennis, maybe? You know what? I don't want to do this, but I do want to do this, and I want to do it towards the beginning of the video just so you guys can see. We're going to boot up Ocarina of Time because a lot of people say that this is the most noticeable input lag. Oh my God. And just seeing the classic N64 screen, guys, this is... I get it sucks the way that Nintendo gave us this, but at the same time, I'm seeing Ocarina of Time on an HD screen. It's an incredible moment, incredible feeling to see that icon pop up again with the music. I had a lot to say, but this is taking me down memory lane right now. Like I said, I didn't actually want to boot this game up. I actually wanted to save this for the N64 controller. And I've been having issues with getting my stream thing figured out, just for anybody who's been waiting on me to live stream. I still got that second channel. It's linked in the description. And if you click on my main channel, it's now linked to the bottom of that. I've been having like crazy issues with upload speed on internet and stuff like that. So I think I got it figured out, and my goal is to start live stream. It won't be like a consistent, like every day type of live stream or every other day type of live stream, but I'm going to live stream as much of the Ocarina of Time playthrough as I can, because I'm excited to talk through the game with you guys like while I'm playing it. So I think that will be a really fun one to pick. All right, so let's just start it off here, and we'll of course name ourselves Sunbro. Which, for any of you that do not know, this is just a bonus fun fact. Sunbro is a reference to Dark Souls. I can talk and actually find the letters at the same time. Because there is a character by the name of Solaire who praises the sun, and people of that Sunlight Covenant are called Sunbros. So that's where that comes from. And I would say, so you got, for me, you got Zelda, you got Dark Souls, and Metroid, like kind of all right here in the 1, 2, 3 bracket of like officially my favorite games of all time ever. So it's hard for me to ever say like one is definitively my favorite game, but Dark Souls is right up there. And for any of you that love Zelda games, I would highly recommend you to check out the Dark Souls series at some point. And the thing about it is it's very hard to get into because it's incredibly difficult. Like if you thought Metroid Dread was difficult, it's like that, but severely worse, because you actually do lose progress when you die. But I absolutely love the series, and it's well worth, once you do get into it, then you get addicted to the rush that game gives you. So anyway, that's a little plug for Dark Souls and a little explanation of why I'm called Sunbro Nation. But yes, wow, this is gonna, isn't it funny that Link is always sleeping? Like there's always like wild stuff happening and Link's just sleeping. Of course, he doesn't ever know that he's so important whenever he's sleeping, so I guess that does make complete sense. And we do have rumble. I just realized it was vibrating on the table when I set down the controller there, but we do have rumble as part of the cutscenes. I wish this was an N64 controller I'm holding right now, but see, this part looks great. And with it being brighter, this looks better than what we had on the Wii and Wii U. But it's all going to come down to some of the textures, the shadows, and then also some of the input delay, depending on how bad it actually is. So you definitely can't fast forward text. All right, so I'm just gonna say I don't want to nitpick right out of the gate, but that, and maybe just the overhead, but that definitely felt laggy, just changing Link's direction. And I am kind of like, I'm one of those people that it really does bother me if something just feels slightly off. I guess let's not make too big of a deal of it yet. Just definitely, yeah, there's some stutter. I don't know what it is about it, but something about this does feel off. But you know what? Let's go get the sword. Let's test it around a little bit. We'll probably just go get, you know, I don't even know that we'll get the shield in this. I definitely want to save this for a true, you know, playing experience, like all the way through with the N64 controller. And it's not bad. When I'm doing this, I'm rolling forward, I notice delay when I'm rolling, but it's also like, it's more the directional thing. Like when I turn myself like a hard left, it's just, you kind of notice a slight delay. Not game breaking. I don't want to over like make it a bigger deal than it really is, but you can notice it. It's definitely there. And that's unfortunate. That's something that Nintendo really needs to update immediately. But let's at least get the sword and let's mess around with it just so we can officially talk through, you know, if input delay is a problem or not. Yeah, and then again, whenever I'm like resectioning the camera, that's kind of another, like I clearly press this and then you see it happen after. So there is some wonkiness here. I don't like this. It also just seems like it's kind of stuttering on the frame rate. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it, but the positive is it's bright and it looks great. The negative is this, like, I didn't notice, nothing felt weird like that in Mario Kart 64. This kind of feels weird. Like, I get why people are talking about it. All right, let's go ahead and equip our sword. We'll run back out and then... I wonder, it does just save the game regularly, right? Like, you don't have to create this restore point. At least at the end of the day, there is a way to play Ocarina of Time on the Switch, but for, gosh, for $50 a year, there really shouldn't be any downside to playing it. And there's definitely a little bit of downside with the lag. I can confirm there is a reason why people are upset. And, you know, it's one of those things. If you're a kid playing this for the first time to go experience it, you might not notice it. I played Ocarina of Time so many times, and I just feel like it's one of those things where I mean, maybe I'll just kind of forget about it the further into the game that I get, because I'll adapt to it. But if you just boot it up and you kind of like have a memory of how it felt like, you know, especially I've played the 3DS version most recently, it's just clear that there's some input delay there. I don't know. I feel a little bit bothered by this so far. Yes, I know, Navi. Wait, I was trying to... Yeah, there we go. Wait, why is... Oh, they got inverted. Has it always been like that? Maybe it has. Probably not on the 3DS, though, where it's like up is down and down is up. I personally hate that, by the way. And that's another problem. I played a little bit of Star Fox 64, and the controls are inverted like that. And I've never been a person who's able to play like that. So hopefully you can change that in the settings somewhere. Somebody let me know if you can. I'll actually boot up Star Fox 64 next. But yeah, initial impressions of Ocarina of Time is that there is a noticeable input delay. And there's also just a weird feeling when you're running that it almost feels like the game is just stuttering a little bit. Like, I don't know how else to say it other than that. Like, it just kind of seems like it's not a smooth, high frame rate, if you will. Like, there's just a little messiness going on here. Hopefully Nintendo patches this emulator, because they need it for Ocarina of Time. Like, this should be one of the best ways, if not the best way, to play the game. Obviously, the 3DS version is the best version of Ocarina of Time. I'd be surprised if anybody disagrees with me on that statement, but for me, as much as I don't like to play it on handheld, it's definitely the best version of the game. And if you own it and you emulate it on a PC that has a a good graphics card, which I've done, it's fantastic. Like, that's what I wish we had on the Switch. They could have just charged me $60 for Ocarina of Time 3DS port to the Switch alone, and I would have happily paid it. So, all right, let's hop out of this. All right, so back to game selection. Let's hop into Star Fox 64 next. And this is one that I am excited to go back through and just play through the entire story. Like, I mean, it's not that long of a game, but I have some of the fondest memories and like some crazy intense parts too, because there's definitely some hard parts in this game. Like the final boss fight with Andross is pretty crazy. There's the section with Wolf and then whoever his goons are that are with him. There's a lot of things that stick out to me in this game. Let's just play. See, now I don't think there's anything that lets me go reposition the inverted controls like I was mentioning, but let's just go ahead and start this. And I may skip some of the opening cutscenes if you can't do it here.
Fourth planet of the Lila.
Oh, I was listening to that whole thing just to get by, and turns out you can just press start and skip it. Now, whenever I actually go back in and play this, I'm gonna want to watch all that stuff. But pro tip, you can just press start and skip if you don't want to go through all of it. This is great. So I did boot up this game before, but I just went through the training mode, and that's whenever the inverted controls thing popped out to me. But I love seeing the captain talk to you and the team right before. Like, this is definitely some nostalgia, like hardcore nostalgia right here. This is another game that's going to benefit from that brighter color scheme. Yep, here's those dreaded reverse controls. Oh, B is my big bomb, so I don't want to do that. Okay, and then it's actually these R buttons. See, I want to pull like the lower R triggers. Oh, guys, you gotta maybe the system button mapping. Can that change control direction? Because I need up to be up and down to be down. I can't do the inverted controls. It really throws me off. I would love to know too. Was it like that on the original N64? It probably was, and I was just too young to realize it. But I hate that.
We're entering Corneria City now.
Just, up and down is up. Like, that makes no sense whenever almost every other game I play is not like that. I know there's people out there that change it, but that's the thing. Is like, give us the option to change it. I guess you'll get used to it, but I don't want to get used to it. I just want it to feel natural. Oh no. Yep, see, I'm flying straight into buildings because of it. Whew. Oh, much less if you try to guide yourself whenever you're going down. Oh, I should have gotten that laser upgrade. Now so again, and maybe I think it's Ocarina. I think Ocarina of Time is actually messed up. Like, I really believe that. Oh, how do I do the thing where I flip around? Uh-oh. Oh, that's first person. Wasn't there a way to, I'm slowing down. Does that just let him pass me?
I'll take this one. Get the one behind me.
There's definitely a way to do, like, the loop-de-loop.
Something's wrong with the G diffuser.
You guys are seeing, like, my real reaction to playing this game for the first time in how many years, I don't know.
I could use some help here, Fox.
Because, Falco's gonna... sorry, Falco. You go ahead and take your break, buddy. I don't know what I'm doing here yet. Oh, yeah. So, barrel rolls, double tap R. What is the boost? Oh, we got Y for boost. And I don't like the way that is either, because on the shoot button is A, and then you got to completely take your hand off of that to get over to Y. So the biggest thing though is the inverted controls. If you guys can't tell, that really bothers me. I hope there's a way to fix that, because I want to play with
Try a somersault.
traditional. Try a somersault. Good old. Is that Peppy? Ah! Try a somersault. Oh well, we'll hop into another game before I progress any further here. So we'll go back to suspend menu, game selection. The menus are responsive. That's one thing it's got going for it. See, we could hop into, let's do Yoshi story, and we'll do this as like kind of our final test to notice if we see any obvious input delay or if it's really just an Ocarina of Time problem. Now, again, the online reception to this game, surprisingly not well. For me, just hearing like the boot up soundtrack right here, this is like as nostalgic as it gets. I loved every minute of this game when I was a kid. And I think one of the differences with this game for me is I never played it later on. Like obviously I've gone back and played Ocarina of Time later on in life, and many of them, briefly later on in life, like especially Mario 64, another one. But I haven't played this game again since I was like a small child. So we're gonna do light blue Yoshi. So this is cool. Yeah, this is what you want to see right here. Now, how am I doing okay, so ground pound is down. Now watch this be one of those things that like I think it's a good game and I actually start playing this as an adult and I realize it's like complete garbage. God, that would be heartbreaking. I don't think it is. I think this is a fun game. I think the criticism is that it's like easy and not really kind of gimmicky, like not really like that much stuff going on, especially in comparison to what is it, Mario's Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, which is a legendary game. Not throwing any shade towards that game, but I still think this is going to be a great game too. Take that, Shy Guy. Okay. So it's hard to say if I notice input lag here or not. It might be minor, but you just notice it in Ocarina of Time. Like you really do. And I want to know from you guys, like, please share in the comments down below which games you've gone through so far, if some of them feel better than others, because this, and of course this is kind of more side-scrolling, but this feels better. Wait, wasn't I supposed to wake that guy up in order to get past him? Or no, this is one of my friends. I can't remember. There we go. Okay, he's happy now. Now there goes all my eggs though, so I guess I have to go get more eggs and then take out this other guy or something. Yeah, another good thing about this is it will legitimately be another game that I don't have great memories of. Isn't there like a box you can go get eggs from somewhere? I'm probably missing it. Let's see if I can get around this guy. No, I can't. Well, that's just not pleasant, sir. Nope, of course. So it's some kind of deal where I gotta throw eggs at him, or, oh, I think I know what it is. I think I gotta throw it at the down path. I don't know. You guys can make fun of me in the comments for not knowing how to get past the very beginning part of Yoshi's story, while I was just saying that it's a very easy game. But let's go see if we can at least figure out this guy before we move into something else, or maybe wrap it up. I don't know how long we've been filming here, but I'm excited to play through the rest of these games. I really am. I just, oh, well. Okay. What does this guy want me to do? Is this someone I can talk to? Or maybe I need to ground pound this guy. Okay, well, there you have it. A game that's supposedly easy. This probably tells me unless you give something special a try. So I'm assuming a ground pound then. Yeah, that's all we had to do. It's an easy move, guys, and here I am stuck like an idiot, not able to get past what I'm calling an easy game over here. Well, that makes me feel good. I at least got the dignity of getting past the guy that's in my way on camera. Yeah, I got a little reward for that. I also don't, I don't know if you guys are real picky about this kind of stuff, but I do think I'm going to enjoy the N64 controller more because I'm sure I'll get used to these controls, but I just feel like they're supposed to be slightly different. They're not bad on Yoshi's Story, but definitely those C buttons being available to be, oh, you can just do over C on the C stick and aim with it. Well, that's a game changer. That's way better. Definitely, my recommendation is use the C stick. Don't use the side buttons, because that's why that was feeling weird. Like, I can do that same thing by using the over button, and it just feels a lot better doing it that way, or the over direction on the C stick. Let's quickly look at Mario 64, and let's do, again, like a final input delay comparison to what I felt like with Legend of Zelda was there. So. All right, here comes the test. This feels fine. It does. Like, I don't think I'm crazy. I really do think that Ocarina of Time has noticeably longer input delay than all of the other games, because it also isn't doing that thing where it just kind of feels like it's stuttering a little bit, like when I'm running into a new area. Because yeah, this feels good. I mean, it feels similar to maybe you could say I'd have to compare with 3D All-Stars. Like, it might not be quite as responsive as that game, but I'm telling you, the colors on this thing just pop. Like, they look great. It really does look good. There's definitely no issues with the graphics on Mario 64, which it shouldn't be, because this is the same emulator that they designed for that collection pack, right? I mean... Okay, well, I think we're going to wrap it here. Guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. These are a little bit different videos than usual, but I wanted to share my, initial hands-on impressions with you guys and kind of get a two-way conversation started on, what you are enjoying and not enjoying right now if you are an NSO expansion pack subscriber. And then also, bonus question, I want to hear from you guys in the comments what it's going to take for Nintendo to really make this service worth it for you, because I know, according to multiple polls and different things I posted up on the channel and just from reading a bunch of comments, there's a lot of people who are just not going to get this thing until we either see a price drop or we see significantly more value added in. So do share all your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comments down below before you leave the video. Thanks so much for watching the video today, everyone. I do truly appreciate you all sticking around until the end. I do at this point in the video want to invite you all one more time to join Sunbro Nation if you haven't done so already. Do so by subscribing below, hit the like button on your way out if you enjoyed it today, and make sure you turn on your bell notification icon so you're kept up to date with all the newest gaming news. That's going to do it for me, guys. I hope you all have a great day. Sunbro Nation, out.